Hey YouTube, today I'm doing a review on my Motorola MR350 two-way radios. I picked these up at Micro Center for 56 bucks. You could also get them at Best Buy, Radio Shack, Home Depot, and occasionally Costco for the cheapest. And then online, AmazonBuy.com and eBay sell it. These radios aren't really hard to find, they're pretty common radios. So the radios came with a nice big old manual that opens up. It tells you everything and anything about the radio. And then it also came with an emergency checklist that I don't think anyone's going to use. And then this is the charging rack. And it plugs into the back, so it charges both the radios at the same time, and then that plugs into a wall outlet and charges. So you have to charge it for about, in the manual it says 14 hours for the most battery, but these batteries last very long. I've never had them die once on me, so that's best to do overnight. Anyway, getting to the radio. The radio has a lot of nice features. I'll tell you all the buttons it has. It has a scanning button to scan through the channel, all the 22 channels, to see if it can pick up a transmission. And this is the plus and minus. This plus and minus button just goes through privacy codes and channels, and just goes through the features and all that. This music note looking button just calls the other radios. There's 20 different call tones. I'll show you that later. And then this menu button just goes through the features, just select the features and all that. On the top of the radio, we have the antenna, the call alert button, which if you hold it for 5 seconds, it will start ringing really loud for about 10 seconds, and then automatically go to transmit for about another 10 seconds or so. I would show that to you guys, but it's really loud and annoying, so I won't do that, sorry. And then this is the on and off knob, and the volume knob works as both. I really like that kind, rather than the buttons for on and off and volume. And then on the left side of the radio, we have a high transmit button and a low transmit button. I personally use the high transmit button only because the low transmit button transmits for about half a mile or less, and then the high transmit button also sticks out more, so you just tend to use it automatically. Here there's a flap here, as you can see, it's USB. So there's a USB port for charging on the go, like from your PC or car charger. It does not come with a car charger though, just letting you know that. On the right side of the radio, there is a flap also opens up, and it's a headset jack for connecting a earpiece mic set for private hearing and all that. And then this button right here is the flashlight button for the LED flashlight on the bottom. It's really useful for going through the night, like camping and all that. And then on the back of the radio, there's this really nice clip that rotates 360 degrees. It's really tight, it's really efficient and convenient. I just love the quality of this clip. It's just great. And then here's the battery door. Open up. It's a 3.6 volt lithium ion rechargeable battery. You can also replace it with 3 AAA batteries for about 3 times as long battery life, if you'd like that. Yeah, so like I said, the battery life is really good on this. I haven't had it die on me, but then again, I don't use it that much. So yeah, and then moving on with the radio. Oh yes, the the battery door isn't very tight. It just doesn't close all the way. But with the three AAA batteries, it closes all the way, which is very strange because since it came with a chargeable battery, it should close perfectly on it. So that's just something I found very strange. Maybe that's just my bad. I don't think so. So let's turn the radio on. Yeah, so here they display the channel. There's 22 channels total, like any other standard two-way radio. Here it displays the privacy code for like making your own private channel if someone's talking on your channel. And then around it, there's just a bunch of that just displays whether the feature is on. And I'll talk about the features in a little bit. Yeah, so there's the battery meter up here. Hold on, let me turn that red so you can see it easier. Yeah, the battery meter right here to see how much battery life you have right now. And then I'll go through the features now. Yeah, so this is the 20 different call tones. Sorry. So there's just a bunch of those you can pick from. I like 15, okay. And then, yeah, let me show you how that sounds like on the other radio. Okay, so. Yeah, and then, you can also press this one for a different call tone. Okay. Yeah, and then, what other features? There's iVox, or Vox actually, no, iVox, yeah. That's just basically, it picks up your voice if you're loud enough, and then start transmitting automatically. I don't use that much because I can just press the button, it'll transmit. So, and then there's also, it can also go on vibrate. Let me show you that. For like loud places. Yeah. Yeah, that's the vibrate. Yeah, so that pretty much vibrates whenever someone starts transmitting. Or any kind of sound comes up, it'll just vibrate. Let's see, what did I want to say? Yeah. And then there's also the 11 weather channels, which can be really handy in some places. I'll show you that. You hold the plus button.
Southwest 15 miles an hour until midnight, becoming light. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for San Bernardino and Riverside County, Valley, the Inland Empire. Tonight.
Yeah, so, there's usually a couple channels that you have for your area, because it only works.
Temperature was 55.
It only works for about, for like your area and your surrounding counties and all that. So yeah, that can alert you for like a storm or tornado, but I don't have to worry about that here because I live in Orange County, California, or Irvine, yeah. These, I haven't had any problems with these, any big problems with the radio. The sound quality is really good on it. It can go really loud, up to really loud, but the lowest the sound it can go is still pretty loud. It's not very quiet, so that's something I don't really like. Oh, I forgot to show you the LED indicator right here. That just blinks whenever, just indicating that the radio's on, and then when you transmit, it glows red. Yeah, that just did that because the radios are too close. But yeah, it glows red when you transmit, and then when you get a transmission, it'll just blink faster. That's all that does. And then this is the microphone right here. That's the one microphone, which still picks up your voice pretty good. Yeah, so I'd really recommend these radios. I only use them when I go to the ski resorts, on the mountain. Because sometimes there's no cell reception, so these are great for the mountain or hiking or whatever. The range is advertised 36 miles, but it's not really it's not really 36 miles, not even close. Just like any other two-way radio, it's over advertised, just to get people to buy it. But yeah. So I live in Irvine, which is not very very suburban. It's between urban and suburban, and I get about 2 miles with the high transmit, up to 2 miles. If you live in a big city like New York or Chicago or something like that, you'll get about up to a mile or even a mile and a half if you're lucky. And then if you live in a suburban area, you can get up to 4 or 5 miles. And then if you're on a mountaintop or in the desert or somewhere abandoned kind of, with no buildings and trees and all that, you can get, I guess, up to 15 miles. I have no idea because I never actually tried that out, so that's my guess. And if you're looking for a headset to go with it, I really recommend that because that can be handy too. I get them off eBay because they have them for like $2 or $3, and they work just fine, just like the other name brand ones. But the name brand ones are about $15 or $20, so those are a rip-off. So if you're looking for the headsets with the mics and the earpieces, I would recommend getting those off eBay. Okay, so I think we've gone over everything about this radio. I hope you guys liked my video. Thanks for watching.